Story 1. This will probably upset some people, but the biggest lie is, you are perfect just the way you are. If you go through life thinking that you don't need to change, then you will live a sad and unfulfilled life. You aren't perfect, you need to change. Story 2. The biggest lie? That adults have it all figured out. Spoiler. We're all just oversized kids faking confidence, using words like mortgage and for 401k to cover up the fact that we're Googling how to boil an egg for the third time this month. Story 3. You need to find a job that you enjoy and fulfills you. This is a lie told to us to convince us that the most important thing in your life is your job. It sustains you, gives you enjoyment and fulfillment. The thing is, probably most people don't love their jobs, and that's all right. If you have a job you love, that's great, but if you don't, that's fine too. There's a lot more to life than working. Really, what you need out of a job are two things. 1. Enough money to live a lifestyle that you want. 2. It should be tolerable enough to do day in and day out. That's it. A job should not be an end goal in itself. It should enable you to pursue the things that you want to do. Story 4. You will never work a day in your life if you love your job. I was a park ranger for years and loved my job most days, but guess what? A job is still a job. Story 5. Effort doesn't matter. People, especially younger people on Reddit, seem to be completely convinced that anyone who has achieved anything has had it handed to them. While the truth is, if you work hard, you will end up in a better spot than someone who didn't. I'm 30, and I can already see the difference between my peers. Some who worked hard to graduate, get certified, make a career, and those who didn't. It adds up, people. Effort counts. Story 6. Ignore a bully and they will go away because they're only looking for attention. Nope. That's just parents or teachers wish-casting and hoping they don't have to deal with it. The truth is, you need to deal with your bully. Could go bad. Could go good. But if you do nothing, you're presenting yourself as an easy, soft target. And once a bully knows you're a soft target, you're doomed. Story 7. You can be anything you want when you grow up. Yeah, right. I wanted to be a dragon-riding, time-traveling, pizza-eating superhero. Still waiting on that one. Life is more about making the best of what you have got and finding your own kind of awesome. Story 8. You need to be married or in a relationship in order to be happy in life. I do not know if it is the Disney movies I used to watch all of the time or watching my parents stay in a toxic relationship for years, but for some reason, I struggle with codependency and am fighting hard to be happy alone. Story 9. To play by the rules, most rules are set up to control you and have little to do with improving your life. Don't kill, steal, or harm children. The rest of it is basically a joke. Story 10. Hard work pays off. It may lead to personal satisfaction or self-improvement, but there is generally little correlation between hard work and high compensation. Edit. I will say that I've worked hard at points, but timing and sheer luck have played a much larger part in my success. Do I tell people to work hard? I do. Do I tell them to time things right and find angles? Absolutely. Story 11. Your heart is on the left side of your body. Wrong. It's dead center. That's why cardiopulmonary resuscitation compressions are done in the center of the chest. I'm a cardiopulmonary resuscitation instructor for the American Heart Association. Story 12. Being a good person and playing by the rules will get you to where you need to be is not always true. There are too many dishonest people out here living their best lives for that to be the case. Story 13. That if you work hard enough, you will move up and make the big bucks. In my experience, if you work hard, your bosses will keep telling you you are a rock star and dangle promotions in front of your face, but then just keep handing you more and more work with no promotion until you get fed up and quit. Story 14. We are taught from birth and all throughout school that the most important thing in your entire life is to be a good worker. Nothing else in your whole life will ever be as important as your job, so better make sure it is a good one. Wait, this was supposed to be a lie, but it is the truest thing in life. Sorry about that. Story 15. Your high school years are the best years of your life. No, they are not. I am 19 and have been out of high school and in college for a year now. High school was far worse than anything else I have had to experience. My high school experiences have left me with severe anxiety and depression, and I am prone to have anxiety attacks and panic attacks if I see old people from high school during my daily duties. Thankfully, I can hide it. Most that is seen is my skin going pale and it looking like I am having a hard time breathing. I usually have to book it to a safe space to calm myself down. High school has left an impression on me that will stick with me for a long, long time. Story 16. Obtain a college degree and you will secure a good, high-paying career. However, most of us end up with a lifelong student loan that prevents us from purchasing a house, and we find ourselves in poorly paying jobs. Story 17. That a government can or will provide for you and protect you from life if you just elect the right people. Corporation wants your dollar, nothing more. Politician wants your vote, nothing more. None of them have any desire to help you long-term. Ultimately, your happiness in life is up to you. Story 18. If you just try hard enough, you can do anything. Things will work out. The sad truth is that sometimes, no matter how much you try and do everything utterly perfect, things are still going to go wrong, and sometimes you're not going to succeed. Not everything is down to effort, and even amongst the things that are, many things are past the limitations of an individual. Telling people to just try hard enough is denying their effort and their determination. Story 19. One of the biggest lies we're often told is that life should follow a clear, linear path to happiness and success. We're led to believe that if we just hit certain milestones like graduating, getting a job, or owning a home, everything will fall into place. In reality, life is much more complex and unpredictable, and fulfillment often comes from navigating its twists and turns rather than following a preset formula. Story 20. Work hard and you will be successful. My dad worked incredibly hard for 40 years, only to have his business and retirement unfairly taken away by wealthier individuals who had the means to do so. So much for the American dream. Story 21. That happiness is something to achieve. You simply can't achieve a constant state of happiness. Happiness is a state of mind that can be found in simple pleasures. Maybe people should pay attention to what brings them happiness. Story 22. That you do good in school, go to college. You'll get a great job, earn great money, have the wife or husband and perfect little children. Retire and travel or live out your life happy and content. To all those that this applies to, great job, you won at life. Story 23. You need college to be successful. The truth is, unless you are going into a highly skilled profession such as medical, scientific, or teaching, college is a waste of time as most skills can be learned on the job. Accounting? Learn on the job. Business? Learn on the job. The fact that you need a college degree to get an entry-level job that won't use a majority of your degree is borderline criminal, and the fact that high schools force-feed students the lie that college is everything is systematic manipulation. Don't even get me started on the corruption in student debt. Story 24. Everything happens for a reason. I absolutely believe some things happen for a reason, but a child being hurt or a puppy getting hit by a car, there is no deeper meaning to that. There is no good reason for those things to happen. Story 25. That working hard in school and going to university will secure you a good job. That you will meet someone, fall in love, get married, have children, and live happily ever after. That these are the only true options, and you're considered a failure if you don't achieve both. Story 26. Your vote does matter. It really does, from local elections all the way up to the general presidential election. Every step along the way puts people in power who want what you want, or are closer than those who want the opposite of what you want. Just keep in mind, the more important the election, the more your vote needs to be averaged with the rest. The ones telling you that your vote doesn't matter are saying that because you're likely to vote against their interests, and they'd rather you remain disenfranchised. Story 27. That the ruling class and our own government, if you live in the United States, genuinely cares about us and has our best interests in mind and spends the taxpayers' money the way it should be spent.